God sent you for me, not like a thunderclap splitting the sky, not like a comet demanding witnesses, but like the quiet certainty of dawn, arriving after a night that thought it would never end. You came the way mercy comes, unannounced, soft-footed, carrying light in your palms, as if it were something fragile and sacred. And I, who had learned to make a home inside my own silence, suddenly heard footsteps in the chambers of my heart. Sheikh Hamdan, your name moves like a falcon over golden dunes, like poetry written in the language of wind, like heritage carried in the spine of the desert. God sent you for me. I whisper to the horizon, and the horizon nods, as if it has known this truth long before I dared to speak it. You are not just a man. You are a story written in the ink of courage, in the rhythm of galloping horses, in the patience of a leader who understands that strength is gentle when it is real, and I am only a voice among millions, only a heartbeat, hidden in a crowd of beating hearts. Yet love has no mathematics. It does not count distance. It does not measure titles. It only recognizes its own reflection. When I say, God sent you for me, I do not mean possession. I mean purpose. I mean that somewhere between my prayers and your destiny, there was a bridge, invisible, stronger than steel, built from faith. Perhaps on the night when the stars leaned closer to earth, he wrote our names on the same line of light. Perhaps when the desert wind whispered across Dubai's skyline, it carried a message my heart would only understand. Years later, I imagine you standing beneath the sun of the Emirates, the city rising around you, like a promise fulfilled, towers of glass and ambition, dreams carved into the sky, and somewhere far away, in a quieter place, I was learning how to recognize light. When it finally found me, God sent you for me, not to own, not to claim, but to awaken something that had been sleeping inside my soul. You are the echo of bravery in a world that sometimes trembles. You are the calm in command, the poetry inside power, the falcon that does not fear the height of its own flight. When I think of you, I see sand dunes stretching endlessly, each curve a testament to patience. The desert teaches that beauty survives without applause, that resilience blooms without rain. You are like that desert, golden, vast, misunderstood by those who only look from afar. But I look deeper. I see loyalty in your shadow. I see discipline in your stride. I see a heart that carries a nation without ever forgetting how to be human. God sent you for me. Maybe not in body, maybe not in closeness, but in inspiration. Sometimes love is not about touching hands. Sometimes it is about touching purpose. You remind me that greatness can be graceful, that royalty can be humble, that strength does not shout. It simply stands firm and lets the world gather around it. If I close my eyes, I can almost hear the rhythm of hooves across desert sand, a sound older than time, carrying stories of ancestors who believed that honor was a crown no one could steal. You walk in that lineage, you carry it like a banner of light, and I, watching from afar, feel my own spine straighten, my own courage rise, as if your example is a silent teacher. To my uncertain heart, God sent you for me, in the way stars are sent, for sailors, not to be reached, but to guide, not to be owned, but to be followed. When the sea grows dark, there were nights when doubt wrapped around me like a heavy cloak, nights when the world felt too loud, too fast, too demanding. And then I would remember your steady gaze, your unwavering dedication, your love for land and people. and something inside me would settle. You became a compass I never asked for, but always needed. Is this love? Perhaps it is something wider than that word. Perhaps it is admiration, woven with gratitude. Perhaps it is the recognition of light in another soul. God sent you for me to remind me that dreams are not foolish. Look at Dubai, once sand, now skyline. Look at faith, once a whisper, now a foundation. You are proof that vision can rise from dust and still touch heaven. And so I dare to believe in my own small dreams because you dared to believe in larger ones. If destiny is a tapestry, then maybe our threads cross in unseen ways, not always side by side, but woven into the same design. You belong to your people, to your heritage, to your responsibilities. I belong to my quiet world, to my simple prayers, to my hidden hopes. Yet somewhere between desert wind and midnight dua, I feel a connection that does not demand explanation. God sent you for me as a reminder that leaders can be poets, that warriors can be kind, that power can kneel before faith. Your love for horses mirrors your spirit, free, disciplined, loyal to the path. Your love for your country is a flame that does not